Good evening and welcome, or good afternoon, good day. Welcome to Peradventure Adventure. And though this isn't where I started out heading, it's Labor Day weekend, and the place I called at 4:30 said they were just closing. Even though that's not what their website said, there's nothing you can do. So anyhow, went to the infamous list, found a place that was recommended in the area. So here I am. I'm at the Pizza Nomad in West Warwick, Rhode Island, and it was recommended by Johnny D 5351. Sunday on Labor Day weekend. I thought it wouldn't be very busy. The place is booming. So let me show you what I got. Went a little different here. And these are pizza egg rolls. It's got mozzarella and pepperoni inside. Just like that, or French fries, so I went with that. And of course, the pepperoni pizza. So, as we readjust here. Okay, let's dig in, give it a try. Maybe I should have gone without the marinara first, but I dipped it, so it's a little, well, I guess I could do a different one. So, let's peel this open a little bit. So if you can see it, it's like a mozzarella stick wrapped in pepperoni, then battered and deep fried. I'm going to guess that these are pre-made and brought in, but I don't know. Interesting. Nice marinara. Lots of mozzarella. Makes it pretty darn good. Alright. Oh my gosh. There is a lot of grease on the bottom of this box. So there's the pizza, just dripping all down. Sorry. Even with all that grease, there's a little bit of crisp on the bottom of that thing. Not sure how they did that. Nice chewy crust. And it's a lot of grease. Nice and airy in the heel. Nice flavor all around. So there you have it. There's the start of it. Let me finish up, come back, give you my final thoughts. Okay, final thoughts here at Pizza Nomad. I don't know if I showed you the place or not. I don't remember. So let's just take a quick look at it. And here it is. It sits in a little plaza. So there's Pizza Nomad. Alright, so the pepperoni egg rolls were pretty good. I would have liked them if they were crispy on the outside, like some egg rolls you get are. These were not. I don't know if that's because it could have been fried a little longer, if there was some other reason, I don't know. Wasn't sure what I was getting when I asked for them. I just saw them on the menu. Once I saw them, I said, oh, this makes sense. I just took something and fancied it up a little. So those were good. The sauce they came with was very good. I really liked the sauce quite a bit. So those all went down. The pizza, when I first picked it up, and it was just a puddle of grease on the bottom. I didn't know what to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised because the bottom of the crust, even with all that grease, had a little bit of crisp going on. Actually, a little more than a little bit. Nice, airy, chewy crust. Good flavor between the pizza and the cheese. The sauce and the cheese and the pepperoni. It just really was a pretty decent pizza. I was surprised from the looking at it to eating it. It certainly came off tasting and being a lot better than I expected it to be. I rarely see that much grease sitting on the bottom of a pizza. So, good experience. Very busy. Didn't really have a chance to talk to anyone. There's just a lot of people in and out. It's all takeout, so just a lot of people in and out. Very hot inside. They don't air condition for their workers, evidently. But just an enjoyable meal. So thanks to Johnny D 5351. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. So thank you for that. Let's give it a score. I would go 8.1. Yeah, I would come back. I would try it again. Instead of those pizza things, I might try something different. I don't know. But I enjoyed it. So we're going to give it an 8.1 at Pizza Nomad, the Pizza Nomad, in West Warwick, Rhode Island. Sitting here trying to come up with a story. I've come to Rhode Island more times than probably any other state in the country, except for the one I live in. So I should have stories, but So what came to mind is I'm in West Warwick, which is, I don't know, 10 miles from Providence. So way back between 1977 and 1980, I had my second car, which was a 4-door Saab, and my girlfriend and I at the time, pretty sure we weren't married yet. Got married in 79, so I don't know. Could have been either or, but I'm pretty sure it was a girlfriend. I'm thinking about this as I'm talking about it because I forgot this part until just now. She kind of got on my case because when I was in high school, before I started dating her, I went to a few concerts back in the 70s, like Allman Brothers, Deep Purple, a few things like that. And she never got to go to one. She always said, you never have taken me to a concert. So we went to Providence to what used to be the Civic Center. I think it's the Duncan Center now, but I don't know. And went to a concert. I enjoyed it. But it was all like bands from the 60s. Like Tommy James and the Shondells, and Jay Black and the Americans, and all that stuff. So this is how popular this gig was. We walked up to the window, asked for the best seats, and we were about 15 rows back on the floor. So it was I'm guessing a lot of empty seats. I don't really remember. I do remember sitting behind two women who had the hairstyle from the 60s, which was, I always called it the Jiffy Pop style. I don't know what the actual term was, but kind of reminded me of Jiffy Pop, where it just went up and it must have had like 200 pounds of hairspray in it or something. And every time another song started, they just looked at each other and smiled and nodded their heads. So I remember that. But what came to my mind first was this Saab. When I bought it, it didn't have a stereo, but it came with, if you ordered it or asked for it, there was the the dashboard, and then you could buy a plastic piece to go underneath the dashboard, that you could put your stereo into, and then hook it up in the back and all that. So, it seemed kind of weird, but I bought that piece and put a decent stereo in it. We were into music. Wasn't smart enough to measure the holes in the back for the speakers before I bought the speakers, so the speakers were too big. And I hadn't gotten around to making any adjustments yet, so the speakers were still sitting on top of the back deck. So this was before I got married, because the speakers were up on top. The car was relatively new. And went into the concert, came out, my car had been broken into. That piece just made it easy. They literally just ripped the whole piece out. I think it was 4 screws holding plastic to plastic. And that was all gone, and they took the speakers. And that was pretty disheartening in Providence. That was my first experience with a vehicle break-in. I think I had one more after that, but they only broke the window. They got chased off before they got in. So anyhow, here's the story. Went to a oldies concert, and listened to a lot of music that I enjoyed, because I kind of started listening to music when I was quite young and recognized all that stuff, but my wife was more a blues, Neil Young type stuff, so I don't think she had a good time. My girlfriend had a good time. So there you go. Throwback story. And the Pizza Nomad in West Warwick, Rhode Island, 8.1.